Welcome back to the Aslan Health Podcast. Today is the reset episode in our prostate health series. Last time we revealed the landscape of prostate issues, how common they are and why ignoring them is dangerous. Proverbs 1:5 says, "Let the wise hear and increase in learning, and the one who understands obtain guidance." Today's focus is simple, practical, and powerful. It's time to reset those choices that are detrimental and implement the options that can improve your prostate health. We'll talk about what to stop doing and what to start doing. We'll provide you with the resources to help you move forward past fear to practical wisdom. Come on, let's do this together.
Welcome to the Aslan Health Podcast, where science meets soul. Your host for this program is Dr. Mike Hauman, an experienced physician, a certified functional medicine provider, a certified insight coach practitioner, and a devoted follower of Jesus Christ. If you're tired of feeling stressed out, exhausted, overwhelmed, or stuck in survival mode, you're in the right place. So take a deep breath. Let's be transformed by the renewing of our minds. Here's Dr. Mike.
We are not here to fear or fret. We're here to act with understanding. As we begin, it's helpful to remember that if you're a believer, you're not alone. 2 Timothy 1:7 reminds us that God did not give us a spirit of timidity, but a spirit of power, of love, and of self-discipline. This is essential to remember as we strive to make meaningful lifestyle changes that improve our well-being. Today's reset starts with awareness, then identification of choices, habits, and patterns that can harm your prostate. We'll then replace those items with ones that promote healing, protection, and improvement of your health and your prostate. So, first, let's consider a reset of your own hormone awareness. Now, hormones drive prostate health. Particularly after the age of 50, it's helpful to know your hormone levels and their trends. With your provider's order, consider lab tests of testosterone, both total and free, DHT, another marker of testosterone, estradiol, estrogen, and PSA as a baseline. Your provider can interpret these lab findings and suggest appropriate interventions if necessary. For example, if your testosterone is low and your estrogen is high, they might recommend lifestyle changes or even bioidentical hormone therapy. If your PSA creeps upward, they will watch more closely. The goal is not necessarily to chase an optimal level, but to understand your whole picture. Use these numbers as a guide to work with your doctor to maintain a balanced approach. So, what needs to change? Well, first, let's stop these prostate-damaging habits. 1. Stop ignoring symptoms. If you're waking up multiple times at night to pee, struggling to start your urine stream, or just feeling like your bladder never really empties, don't shrug it off as just aging. These are signals, warning lights on your body's dashboard. Ignoring them only permits problems to worsen. Make a commitment. Acknowledge these symptoms and discuss them openly. Don't let pride or embarrassment keep you silent. For more details, listen to the previous Reveal episode. Number 2, stop the sugar inflammation spiral. Diets high in sugar, refined carbs, and processed foods fuel systemic inflammation and metabolic dysfunction. These are both linked with benign prostatic hypertrophy or hyperplasia, enlarged prostate, and prostate cancer. Research shows that diets rich in fruits, vegetables, and healthy fats, like the Mediterranean diet, for example, they're linked with lower prostate risk. While the typical Western diet, heavy in red meat, saturated fats, dairy, and sweets, raise prostate risk pathology. So, begin to reset your plate towards natural, whole foods from God's creation. Things like bright cruciferous vegetables, That's broccoli, cauliflower, kale. Add ripe tomatoes for the lycopene, berries with color, wild-caught salmon, and olive oil. Reduce your intake of sugar and processed foods. Begin with small shifts, such as adding an extra serving of vegetables per day or replacing soda with fresh water. These choices will move you towards healing, not harm. Number 3, stop sitting so much. A sedentary lifestyle is stealthy enemy number 1 for many health issues, prostate included. Lack of exercise contributes to obesity. It worsens hormone imbalances, and it starves the pelvic region of healthy blood flow and muscle tone. Studies link regular walking and vigorous exercise with a significant reduction in prostate problem. In fact, men who did even just 20 minutes of vigorous exercise a week had roughly a 43% lower risk of lethal prostate cancer progression, according to the National Institute of Health. It's simple. Get moving. Walk after dinner. Take the stairs when you can. Just aim for about 20 minutes of cardio a day and 3 days of strength training per week. This alone can help reset your hormones, shed belly fat, and boost your overall resilience. You'll feel better too. Number 4, stop high stress, low rest living. Chronic stress and lack of sleep are toxic to prostate health. And when you're constantly in fight or flight mode, which we've talked about before, your cortisol stays high and your testosterone stays low. That's a recipe for inflammation and prostate irritation. Additionally, stress fuels unhealthy habits such as late-night snacking and skipping exercise. Psalm 46:10 reminds us, "Be still and know that I am God." Stillness is not weakness, it fuels restoration. It helps to reset your mind. Practice daily meditation, prayer, gratitude, and deep breathing. Prioritize high-quality restorative sleep, something that we'll deal with in future podcasts. God calls us to pursue inner peace. It's beneficial for our mind and our whole body, even the prostate gland. Now that you know what to stop, what can you start? Great question. Let's cover diet, supplement, and exercise interventions. First, diet. Reset your diet. We touched on this, but let's get practical. How about a plate pattern? Fill half of your plate with colorful plants, especially cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, and then add lycopene-rich tomatoes, like we mentioned. Then, 1/4 of your plate with lean proteins, fish, pasture-raised poultry, beans, and add 1/4 of fiber-rich starches like sweet potato, quinoa, legumes. Concentrate on natural whole foods. And when it comes to good fats, use extra virgin olive oil and choose raw nuts and seeds. These contain anti-inflammatory omega-3s that help prostate cells stay healthy. And as studies have linked elevated consumption of omega-3s from fish to slower growth of prostate cancer. Next, limit or remove ultra-processed foods. That includes sugary treats and the like. Add in here charred red meats because of the AGEs, and you'll find much more harm than good in this category of products. Last but not least, hydration. Particularly for BPH and bladder comfort, it's recommended to front-load your fluids earlier in the day. That means drink plenty in the morning, but taper down your fluid ounces 3 to 4 hours before bedtime, as this can reduce the symptom of nighttime urgency without dehydrating you during the day. Number 2. Next, let's reset your supplement strategy. Nutrients and herbal supplements can complement your diet, but they do not replace quality whole foods or expert medical care. I always recommend consulting your healthcare provider before starting any new supplement. And given today's topic, here are a few options to consider as part of an integrative plan moving forward. Always monitor and track your usage, noting any changes in your symptoms. These products, along with my highest recommendations, can be found in the show notes for today or by visiting the link to the prostate care protocol in the Aslan Health Full Scripts dispensary. So here we go. How about saw palmetto? It's a popular herb for BPH. It's thought to mildly block the hormone DHT. The evidence is mixed, and some men experience relief while others don't. Give it a try, and if you do so, allow 2 to 3 months for your symptoms to improve. How about pygeum, or African plum? This shows some anti-inflammatory effects on the prostate gland. A few studies also suggest modest improvements in urinary flow and comfort. It's often used in combination with other herbs as well. How about beta-sitosterol? This is a plant sterol that improves urine flow and reduces residual urine volume from a bladder with incomplete emptying. Trials report modest benefits for urinary symptoms. Next, zinc, the mineral. The prostate gland uses mineral zinc, so be sure that you're not deficient. Zinc supports many immune functions and may help regulate hormones as well. How about vitamin D3? A low serum D3 level has been linked to more aggressive prostate cancers. If your levels are low, and most people's are, supplementing vitamin D3 to normal levels is wise for overall health. Next on the list is modified citrus pectin. It can be found in my favorite product for prostate care called Pectisol. This unique product is from citrus peel, and it binds a protein called galactin-3. Research suggests that it slows the rise of PSA in recurrent prostate cancer and also provides a much-needed detoxifying effect. If you use this product, do so with your doctor's awareness and track any PSA trends. Last but not least, I recommend DIM. It's a compound found in cruciferous vegetables. It helps to balance estrogen metabolism. Excess estrogen can fuel prostate growth, so this may be helpful, especially if you have a high estrogen and/or a low testosterone. Now, certainly remember that I recommend this rule with every supplement program. If possible, change only one thing at a time. For example, if you start taking saw palmetto tomorrow, refrain from adding any other new products for at least a week. Keep a log of your product use and any associated symptoms. If you use a product for 8 weeks and you do not notice any significant benefit, discontinue the product and try something else. This avoids confusion about what's helping and where any side effects may be originating. My favorite products for prostate care are linked in the show notes below, or found in the Aslan Health Dispensary. The final intervention I suggest you begin is very simple. It's an exercise, one of the more overlooked tools in maintaining prostate and urinary health. Named Kegel exercises, these focused contractions strengthen the muscles in the pelvic floor. When done properly and consistently, this routine can significantly improve bladder control, urinary stream, and sexual function. Here's the key. Kegel exercises target the group of muscles that support your bladder, rectum, and prostate in the pelvic floor. They are the same muscles that you contract to stop your urine flow midstream or to hold in gas or stool. To identify this muscle group, try this. The next time you urinate, pause your stream halfway through. Those are the muscles. Now, don't make a habit of stopping your urine mid-flow. That's just to identify the right muscle group. Now, for the exercise. Contract those muscles gently for 5 seconds. Then fully relax for 5 seconds. That's 1 rep. As you progress, aim for 10 reps 3 times a day, morning, midday, and evening. Lying down is the easiest way to start, but once you get the hang of it, you can do them while sitting at a red light, brushing your teeth, or even waiting in the line at a grocery store. No one will know, and you'll quietly be building strength and control. Don't squeeze your glutes or tighten your abs in the process. There's no need to hold your breath either. Keep the muscle contraction isolated and smooth. Think of this like physical therapy for your internal core. Over the course of about 4 weeks, you should notice fewer leaks, less urgency, and improved flow. For post-surgical or radiation patients, Kegels are often the missing ingredient in long-term good recovery. But please consult your doctor to determine when it's safe to resume these exercises after radiation treatment or surgery. The final renew on our list today is the mindset shift from passive to proactive. I encourage you to reset your nutrition, nutraceutical, and exercise plans as I mentioned. However, it's equally important to make the necessary mental and spiritual adjustments. In Romans 12:2, we're told, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind." Real transformation begins there. This requires you to let go of the passive mindset that says, "I'll deal with this later." You can renew your mind by replacing a passive mindset with a proactive one. Just tell yourself, "Starting today, I will choose to strengthen my health." You are not powerless. God has given you wisdom and free will to steward your body. Each morning presents a fresh opportunity to make choices that honor Him and the body that He's given you to steward. Remember, stewardship is a form of worship. 1 Corinthians 6:19-20 reminds us, "Do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit within you, whom you have from God? You are not your own. You were bought with a price, so glorify God in your body." Friend, when you care for your body, your temple, you are honoring your Creator. Every vegetable you eat, every step you take, every prayer you whisper in gratitude, it's an act of faith in your Creator and in His design. The battle against prostate problems is not to be fought in fear, but in wisdom, faithfully making wise choices day by day to steward your body well. With knowledge, courage, and consistency, you can live both wisely and well. Let today be your reset moment. Next time, in episode 3 of this series, we'll close with Renew, exploring how to build a sustainable plan for long-term prostate health. Until then, stay connected and stay encouraged. You are not alone. You are not powerless. You are a man with a divine purpose, and God is with you every step of the way. This is Dr. Mike Hauman with the Aslan Health Podcast. Please share, subscribe, and follow for more. I'm proud of you for taking these proactive steps to reset your health, and I'm looking forward to renewing with you next time.